streaming services are getting out of control. They're getting out of hand. And people are getting frustrated. Like, I've been frustrated with streaming services for a while now. Right? There was a recent one about Peacock where they had an exclusive playoff game with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins only on their streaming service Peacock, not on the regular channel NBC that's free for everyone to watch. You cannot watch an NFL playoff game for free anymore. They want you to sign up for their streaming service. And someone I admire, Charles Barkley, said something about it, and I agree with him. I just pulled up one of the articles. I heard him say this, but I saw an article that says former NBA star Charles Barkley is not happy about the deal between the NFL and NBC that will have the wild card playoff game between the Kansas City Chiefs and Miami Dolphins stream exclusively on Peacock. I mean, I ended up not watching the game. I was like, screw this. I'm not caving in. Barkley expressed his displeasure during an interview with ESPN Chicago on Thursday. Showing this game not on cable, that's low class. Do you agree? I agree. I think it's low class. That's not cool. They're just being greedy pigs. I'm glad some NFL players are taking some shots at them. As they should, right? Because there's so many subscription services out there. Now you're telling people they want to watch a playoff game of the NFL, they have to pay more. And it's going to be littered in commercials anyway. And it's frustrating because not every family has that ability to just keep stacking on these subscriptions. I know the NFL is the biggest thing in the world, but to put this game on Peacock and make people have to buy Peacock, that's just low class. I'm disgusted. And it's frustrating that there's so many streaming services. And I mean, everything's subscription based these days. It's frustrating. Just doing a Google search on NFL playoff game on Peacock. I mean, there's a lot of stories that show that there's backlash, frustrated. Of course, Peacock flies to the top of the App Store following the game. So it was a method to get people to order Peacock, whether it be a month or their year service, whatever. But it's frustrating that now if you want to watch your sports games, you're going to have to get these streaming services. It's not just like NFL games on NBC. It's just whatever NBC broadcasts that happens to be an NFL game. That's where you can only watch them. And then now if I want to watch, they could entertain that. If I want to watch games that are CBS, which is the American National Football League games, they're on Paramount Plus. And if I want to watch games that are normally broadcasted on ESPN, that'd be like getting the ESPN service. So now there's 3 subscriptions I'm going to have to get, right? 3 subscriptions, plus it's littered in commercials anyway. Because that was the biggest thing when Netflix had a streaming service, and a lot of people were going to Netflix because they love the idea that I can watch content, movies, some TV shows that I kind of like. Not all of them, but there's a selection that I like. And I don't have to watch a single commercial. I agree with that. Here's a few bucks a month for it. I'm willing to do that uninterrupted, no commercials. Because, there's free TV, right? It's just your regular ABC, NBC, Fox channels, right? Of course, they're free with an antenna. Of course, they're riddled in commercials. Fair exchange, right? If you want to watch something for free, they're going to put in commercials to make their money. I get it. Now, problem I had with cable, and I never purchased cable myself ever, is that you pay extra for all these channels. They advertise, oh my God, there's hundreds of channels, right? Really, it just comes down to 4 or 5 channels that you really care about, if that. And commercials. So it's like these greedy companies are double dipping. One, more channels, and then you're paying a monthly fee, heavy monthly fee, by the way, for these cable companies, plus commercials. It's frustrating. I'm paying extra just to be frustrated with extra commercials. I don't agree with this. That's why I don't pay for them. I think the only reason why these cable companies like DirecTV and whatnot are still around is because of sports, only live events, like sports. That's the only reason why a lot of people get this. Otherwise, they would cut the cable. That's why I like packages like NBA league package. If I like the NFL enough and I want to watch the other teams, I'll get these packages. But I don't want it to be included with, I have to get DirecTV, and then DirecTV, I get the NFL package. NBA has something that you can skip the middleman, DirecTV. You just get the app and pay, I think it was $70 last time we paid for an entire season. That's 8 months, right? To watch all the games I want. All of them. Doesn't matter what channel it is. It's like all the games. I agree with that. I agree with that. And with today's technology, like I have a Samsung TV, smart TV, right? And I have a Roku TV. And if you connect your internet to those TVs, they add all these free channels. And it's just like before. It's like free channels, but they have commercials. I get it, but they're free. Okay, that's cool. So I wish there was more content on there that would have these sports events, because you're just going to riddle them with commercials anyway. So just make it free. Why do the consumers have to pay more? Like, there's a reason why I'm just like not totally invested in the NFL anymore. Like, I find myself watching fewer and fewer games because with these sports, they make you jump through so many hoops. I remember when Bally's, thank God they went bankrupt. They made it so hard for me to watch my local games in Arizona. Because in Arizona, we have like the big four. You know, we have hockey, we have football, we have the baseball, and we have basketball, right? Thank God that the Phoenix Suns have dedicated to be free for Arizona to watch Phoenix Suns games on Channel 3. Most of the games, they're going to be on Channel 3. I think like the big games are still going to be on TNT, so that's still it's frustrating. You still have to get like somehow access to TNT to watch it. And what also sucks is that TNT is owned by Warner Brothers Discovery. You know, they have the app HBO Max. I'm sorry, it's Max now. And they're having like a free trial that like you could watch TNT and TBS games, like baseball games, on there. But they're going to throw in a subscription soon enough to see if people will buy it, willing to pay more for those sports games. But it's not like sports games of that sport. It's whatever sport happens to be on TBS or what sport happens to be on TNT. So it's weird. It's just frustrating. It's like you have to split your money everywhere. It's not fair for all these families that in this world where everything's a subscription these days, software, streaming services, video games. Like, there's so many subscription services out there. There is a legit subscription fatigue that people are experiencing. And most families typically have 0, 1, maybe 2 streaming services. Because they're getting expensive by the year. Right? Every year there's an article, this subscription service is increasing their prices. I mean, what matters more for the NFL and all these other big sports, professional sports? Like, is it the amount of viewerships or how much money you can get out of people? But I too am disgusted that if you want to watch an NFL playoff game, you have to pay for a streaming service. It makes me not want to get Peacock at all. And it's frustrating. I know there's some cool content on Peacock. I have thought about it. There wasn't enough that made me want to buy it, but their reputation goes down with me. I don't know about you. Let's see what this article, Peacock exclusive NFL stream of Chiefs irks fans. This is caution. This is Fox News. This isn't political. It's just I'm reading the headline. I just want to see what it says. Damn it, Fox News. This video had nothing to do with the headline. Let's just read the comments. I'm very disappointed by the NFL to not have playoff games on national TV. Throughout the season, fans support so-so games and look forward to meaningful playoff games. For me, no sporting event is worth the extra expense. Talk about limiting 90% of the population from seeing a playoff game. I would see a Prime exclusive, but Peacock? NFL has failed on so many areas. This is just one of many. Don't watch most, but playoffs are better than the Super Bowl. That is played on fan favorite money. Amazon Prime did the same with Thursday Night Football, and their streaming service is even worse. You know, that's in the middle of the season. This is different from playoffs, but in the season, because if I recall, if your local team is playing on Thursday, there'd be a channel available if you're not an Amazon Prime subscriber. I'm pretty sure I was able to watch a game that was Thursday night. I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. And of course, a lot of people saying they're done with the NFL. They're all frustrated. Like, it's all negative, right? It's people frustrated. And I know I sound like a broken record. Playoff games, especially for the NFL, should not be on some exclusive content, exclusive channel, right? It should just be on a free national televised network, right? Like your Fox, your CBS, NBC. Like, why are we changing? They're doing this to see if people are willing to bend the knee and pay more, right? Cater to people, see if they get more money. And it's like they don't even care about the fans who don't have the means to do it. That kid who looks up to these players, the poor kid, right? The kid who doesn't have much, grows up in a stressful family. They don't have much resources, and it's like how are they going to look up to them? It's like, Mom, I need Peacock to watch this game. I'm like, no, we can't afford it. We have too many subscription services. Plus, now these subscription services have their tiers, right? Where you pay half the amount with commercials, or you can just pay more to have ad-free. It's like, what the hell, man? Now we're going back to cable. How about if you already have commercials, then the freaking thing should be free. The app should be free if there's already commercials. Why are you asking for more money and then throwing ads on there? I'm paying to avoid ads, not have them in my face. So I honestly believe that, like, your local sports, right? Like your basketball, your hockey, your baseball, and your football, right? If it's your local team, it should be free, because they do that, right? For the most part. Or it's like broadcast, like if this is your local team, it's going to be free to you. But not anymore. It's no longer the case anymore. Not like you get some of the games that are free locally, but then, they were on Bailey's. Thank God they went bankrupt again. I'm happy to say that. Or they're on some other streaming service you can't watch. You have a blackout. And I understand, like, not all states have a team. So that, there is a designation of, like, what's considered their local team. And if you want to watch teams that are beyond your local team, you want to follow another team, maybe you moved, but you still want to follow your team, I understand having to pay extra for it, right? They can't just cater to that one fan. I get that. That's why, like, my Phoenix Suns, I'm going to pull it up real quick. Like, my Phoenix Suns, like, you could pay, $15 a month to watch the games. If you're not from Arizona, say you live in like New York or something, but you're a Phoenix Suns fan, this makes sense to me, right? You just watch the team you want to watch, pay a subscription, because you're not locally, right? This is just an argument if you're not local, but you want to follow one team. But I think, isn't the NBA cheaper though? Shoot, the League Pass is cheaper. I don't know. Your League Pass, you can watch your team if you're away, in another state, plus other teams, right? But just to get back on Charles Barkley's point, like, that is world class. I know I'm going on with this rant. It's frustrating of the ways where it just feels dirty. It feels dirty because you could just almost feel these greedy corporations putting their hand in your pocket, and you're just always having to fight to slap their hand away from you, right? Like, oh, this is something I'm interested in. Well, you have to pay. Like, dude, you already have it riddled with commercials. You're already making millions off this. What is this, man? Let me know if you agree, disagree. I do read the comments, so please put something down below. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Take care. Have a good one, everyone.